Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Tricia and in today's video we're going thrifting. I have something exciting I want to tell you, so I'll share with you when we get back together with the haul. Let's get going. This week we're heading back to my thrift store, and in this video I'm combining a trip from each location. This particular day there were only 2 colors on sale. Most times there are 3 colors, but we'll make the best of it. As usual, I make a pit stop at this little entry area here just to see if there's anything interesting. And you just never know what you'll find at the thrift store. Here is a brand new fire pit, still in the box. A few months ago, I would have definitely considered this because they are very expensive. This one was priced at $150. Don't you just love going to the thrift store and there is barely anyone in there? I love it. I try to go at off-peak times. I'm not always successful, but I do love when there are less people around and I'm not bumping into carts and trying to maneuver between people and things just so I can record and show you guys a lot more. This here, I'm not sure if it's considered a throw or a blanket. I love this color. This one is from our house. There were quite a few beautiful pillows. I love all the florals this time of year. Looks like someone donated rolls and rolls of this burlap with this little lace at the top. There were several rolls in different parts of the store. Great for someone who's into crafting. Then I looked up and I saw this little rug here. So of course I had to pull it down and take a closer look at it. It was so very soft, a really beautiful rug. Some of the fringe does need repair, but at $20 after my discount, this went straight into my cart. These little trays had the holes on the bottom that look like a salt shaker. It feels like it's made from like a coconut. I'm not sure what this is used for. If you know what this is, let me know in the comments. Here's an interesting item. This is a pair of masks, one black, one white, and they were made of ceramic. Easter eggs, anyone? If you use eggs for decorating, this would be a great option. I'm not sure what type of stone these were made of. And these two must be pretty special, looking pretty in their little glass case. Of course I tried opening it, but it was all sealed up. There's something about vintage dinnerware and ceramics with these flowers that is so charming. I think sometimes if they can speak, there would be so many stories to tell. This amber glass caught my eye, as you all know it will. I looked it up and it's a vintage sangria pitcher, handcrafted in Spain in the 1970s. I think at $5 this is a great deal. I didn't get it though. And this vintage ashtray was so beautiful. I love all the veining and the stone. It was priced at $10. These are West Elm vases done in collaboration with Carla Peters, who is a Dutch artist. They were only $1.99 each. These are candle jars. I actually had the green and the red in my cart for the entire duration of my trip, but it got bumped on my cart review. Although they were only $1.99, I realistically didn't think I would use them. And just so you know, my cart review is what I do after I have made several rounds around the thrift store. I look at my cart and I review the items and pick out the ones that I still feel like I want or I need or I must have. and I put back what I'm on the fence about. If you see something that's even a possibility, put it in your cart because the chances are it's not going to be there if you decide to go back. Having it in your cart and shopping around gives you the time to think about it and really assess if you want it or not. This vintage Fenton bowl was my regret of the day. You know there's always something I regret looking back at these clips, right? This little lantern or candle holder, whatever it's called, is so beautiful. I was surprised it actually had the glass at the top because a lot of times you find them, they don't have the glass at the top. I know a lot of us love decorating with brass, but don't pass up on the silver. These silver trays are so versatile. You can decorate with these in just about any room of your home. I've been seeing a lot of Christmas items lately. If you love vintage Christmas, now is a good time to check out your thrift store. I think they put it out at different times throughout the year, so you can really snag a deal. These little vintage trees have been so popular last year. Those get scooped up really quickly. I loved this little lantern here. I had it in my cart as well, but it got bumped as well on my cart review, and these little things were adorable. I wanted to take them, but I wasn't sure what they would be used for. Lately, I have been seeing a lot of textiled framed art. I know there's so many different kinds, so I'm not even going to attempt to identify what these are, but this guy in the blue was really stunning, and this one at the end was beautiful. The colors were gorgeous, and it was only $15. Although I always look at furniture when I come to the thrift store, I haven't been sharing too much of it on these thrifting videos. I wanted to give you a look through at some of the vintage furniture. Some of them have a lot more ornate details than others, but they're typically very well designed and very well made. These days they have gotten a little more pricey. You really have to shop around. Vintage furniture has gained a lot of popularity in the last couple of years and are very sought after, especially if you enjoy DIY refinishing and repainting. And honestly, if you look at designer furniture now, you see a lot of the older designs coming through. These older ones though have character you can't get with the newer ones. For me personally, I'm a bit selective. Some of them can be overly bulky, like this one here. These drawers are popping out, so they need some repair, but overall it's really bulky, which can be stunning in the right space. If you have a lot of space for something like this and the scale is right, this can be absolutely gorgeous. This is one that I would definitely go for. It is a really great quality piece. I love the curves. I love that brass detail on the inside. It's really well made. This can be great refinished in the natural wood or even painted. I did one similar to this last year for a customer. These type of chairs though is not something I think that I would go for. Although I can appreciate the beauty and the workmanship, I think that this can really look beautiful in the right space. It's not my style though. This store has quite a selection of single chairs, dining chairs, random chairs, rocking chairs. There's some nuggets in here. Also, let me know in the comments if you like vintage furniture, if you like seeing it in these videos. I can show you guys a lot more because I do run into quite a bit of it. And if you do like vintage furniture, do you typically get it online like Facebook Marketplace or at your thrift store? And what are your prices like? Guys, I enjoy thrifting. I don't like grocery shopping. I don't like shopping for clothes, but home decor at the thrift store, I can stay there all day long. Anyway, I wanted to share with you all that I decided to offer and give you guys the opportunity to purchase some of my thrifted items. I have been getting a lot of messages and requests from viewers asking if I would consider selling this one or that one. Now, as you know, I have been thrifting primarily for my home. I have sold a couple of items on another platform and they go very quickly. But for me, I really want to offer it to you guys. I appreciate all of you for viewing and giving me your feedback. If you are interested, I will be listing some of my thrifted items over on Instagram. I'm going to share all the details there, the payment details and all of that stuff. For now, I'll only be shipping in the US. About 70 or 80% of my viewers here on YouTube are in the US. I think majority of you will benefit from the opportunity to purchase any of my thrifted items. And I know that there's some of you in Canada and United Kingdom and many other countries. I'm going to do some research to see how I can offer international shipping that is not going to break the bank. But for now, I'll be shipping in the US. With that said, it's not going to be everything that I share here on the channel. I'm always doing different projects here and around my home and for friends and family. So I thrift with that in mind. However, I do run into a lot of really nice items that I have to pass up just because it's not something that I can fit in, but I know it's something that you would love. I will be picking up a couple extra items here and there. This is a pilot project. I am going to see how it goes. I have some other ideas of how I would like it to grow, but for now, I'm just going to offer it to you, give you the opportunity. If you want to purchase any of the items, make sure you're following me over on Instagram. I'll share the items there and all the details, and hopefully I get your support. Let's get into the haul. So the first item is this little floral pillow. It's pretty small. I would say it's about maybe 12 or 13 inches. But the first thing I do when I buy things like this is I pop it straight on the machine and give it a good wash. So it smells really good. By the way, did you guys see last week's video when I redid my buffet? It looks amazing. I absolutely love it. If you didn't see that video, I'm gonna put a link in the description. Go watch it. It's one of my favorite projects. Anyway, I said that to say I have an extra dining chair that I leave at the side of the buffet. So if I have extra guests, we can always pull that chair. So I'm going to be using this over on that chair. Because it's the spring and the summertime, I love the colors of this. It feels like it's neutral, but it still has that little pop of color. The rug is the first item that I did put in my cart. Super soft, very silky feeling. Everything just feels like really nice quality. I love the colors. I did find one similar to this some time ago, but it had a lot of red in it. But this one, the colors are a lot more neutral, so I can fit this into several different spaces. And again, with my discount, I only paid $20 for this. This is a little vintage stool that I picked up at the thrift store as well. It's perfect for a space that I'm working on right now. It does need a lot of TLC. I'm definitely going to refinish all the wooden parts of it and attach a new cushion here at the top with a different fabric. So I'm going to pop this entire thing off, refinish all the wooden parts, and then put a nice new cushion on top there. I paid $5 for it. And I just love it. It's very quaint, and I think this would add a nice touch to that space. So once I decided I was going to change everything on here, I went into the textiles area and started looking through the fabrics. If you're doing any type of DIY project that involves fabric, get it at the thrift store. I mean, tablecloths, curtains, sheets, they're all fabric. So if you see something that has the colors and the print that you like, you could turn it into anything you want. I've made throw pillows, I've covered lampshades, I've done so many things just with fabric from the thrift store. So I picked these two up. They're very different. This is a little shawl, or I don't know what to call it. I got one similar to it some months ago and I shared it with you. It has this little fringe on the end. It feels like it's a mix of cotton and linen. It actually belonged to Sabrina and Martin. Sabrina and Martin, if you're watching this video, I have your fabric and maybe it's going to look beautiful on a stool one day. But thank you for donating it. It's a beautiful piece of fabric. I also picked up this. This is a pillowcase. It was only one. And that's the thing, pillowcases, you're probably not going to get a pair. So what are you going to do with one? You take the fabric and you use it for anything else you want to use it for. It has this puffer look to it. This one was $1.99, and I think that this can actually work really nicely on there. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to end up with, but when I get to that project, I'll decide and I'll share it with you. I also got this antique, it's considered engraving. This is a philosopher from way back in the day. So this was a Christmas present, 1966, by Philip somebody. So this was actually gifted to someone in 1966. And it's written here, this is a genuine engraving. It is not a reproduction. It is 152 years old, produced in France in the year 1819. This thing is old. The craftsman was Matsard. They used to mount a lot of the art with these metal clips or nails, and they're usually very rusted. This has been around for a long time. The little fabric part is also coming up. I thought that this was really special to have. Like I shared in the video, I have been seeing a lot of artwork with the use of textiles, like needlework and crochet, and there's some other types of art. I don't remember all the names now. I'm no expert on it, so I don't know the particular names, but I know that they're different, and I don't want to call one the other and it's not. I picked up this pair of framed textile art. It was $4.99 for both. I have not had a chance to unstick them, so I'm just gonna, let me just cut this tape off. I'm definitely gonna fix up the wooden part here. Maybe I would stain it a bit darker or lighter or paint it. I'm not sure, but I really love this. So this is one. So they're a little bit different in the pattern and the colors, but they're so beautiful. I also picked up this little, I guess it's a candle holder, or it's probably missing the hurricane glass on the top, which I actually do have a couple of those. I'm gonna see if it can fit. I saw this done over. I don't really like the colors the way it is now. I have some ideas of how I'm gonna refinish this, but I liked the style of it. I love the little flowers. This part is metal. This is wood on the bottom here. It was $5. I thought it was so pretty. I mean, I am imagining it done over already, but it's pretty the way it is too. I also got this little pot. I love the neutral colors on it. It's really not that big. I paid $1.99. I just love the little style of it. I love doing like this, like little small plants in things like this. I love live plants. I know a lot of people don't go for live plants because, you know, the maintenance. I get it. I do have fake florals and things around, but I like having at least 2 or 3 live plants in every space. This one is live, this one isn't. I have a couple live ones over here and then some artificial there. So I do have a mixture of it around my home. But I also picked up these little trays. Again, I'll be using these for some of the plants that I have that needs like the drainage trays. This may not be what it was made for, but it's what I would be using it for because I liked the style of these. I'll probably be using these in my patio area because I have some plants there and they don't have trays, and of course when you wet the plant though, it's draining everywhere. Actually, these were 50% off that day I was there, so I paid $2.50 for this one, $3.50 for this one. I love the glazing on it. I think it's really pretty, and I needed these, so I grabbed them. I also got this little vase, which is so beautiful. Look at the details. This is embossed or raised on the side here. It looks like kids playing. It has these little handles and all this gold around the trimming and the edge there. It's written Vase on the side, on both sides. It's in really ideal condition. I did look it up and it does have some value, so I'm gonna make this available if you are interested. Again, check me out over on Instagram. Were you guys waiting to see what brass I picked up? Because you knew that I had to have brass in every haul. Of course, I got this little guy here. He is so absolutely beautiful. Actually, I think this is my favorite brass item. I do love the horse. I just love everything about this. It has a little bit of black patina in there. I just love his stance. I love his pose. I think this is so cute. I paid $8 for this. I thought he was worth every bit of that $8. He is so elegant and so beautiful. I also got this little baby swan. I think that this will go good with that one that I got on the last haul. He was missing the little one. This isn't the matching one, but this would work. The matching one isn't hollow. This one has this little tray here, so it's a little bit different, but I think it would work. It was $5 and he's really so cute. Then I also got this little guy here, and he came with a little umbrella, but he's definitely so adorable. I'm trying to hold it so that it doesn't fall off. He is so gorgeous. He's just there. Let me turn it so you can see. He's actually holding the umbrella, and it's really adorable. And I did actually pick up this little wall sconce. I love the glass on the top. I love the shape of it. A little ripple on the top here. This color is a little bit too yellow or bright for me, so I'm gonna, tone it down a little bit and make it fit into my decor. But this was a really good find. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and do all the things. And follow me over on Instagram if you're interested in seeing the listed items. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.